What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we've got a crazy haul, a bunch of stuff that got restocked from Fragrance Buy because they are running their Canada Day sale. All the information is down in the video description down below with links for Arabic fragrances, niche fragrances where they have extra discounts. They've got 10% off site-wide. They've got door crashers like they usually do for their special sales. It's Canada Day from Canada's #1 online fragrance seller, So they're going to have some really cool stuff. I've already kind of been eyeballing some of the inventory. I ordered stuff a few days ago. I'm going to be ordering stuff today, just like you guys do as per usual with these sales. So again, check out the links down below. Check out the door crashers. Don't forget to use your 10% off. There's stackable codes for the niche collection and the Middle Eastern collections in those specific links that are down there. So there's always some savings. There's Instagram contests to get your orders refunded. Again, I'll have all of the details in the video description down below. And as far as what we're opening today, Givenchy Gentleman's Society Ombre. Been itching to get this because Society Extreme was one of my top 2 designer releases last year. The new Acqua di Gio Profondo Eau de Toilette. The new Explorer Extreme. Like I said, we got some heat here today. Bulgari Pour Homme Eau de Parfum Tester. Last year's release, but the only one I was missing, finally got that. And something I've checked off the list that I've been wanting to get. Jules Mod's Stairway to Heaven. We're going to save that one for last. We're going to bust these open. We'll give them a sniff. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit, and it falls in between. I'll tell you why I think it falls in between. We'll give them some first impressions ratings. I'm trying not to make this video last too long. Of course, there will be links for these down below as well. If you want to jump in on those discounts and those sales, they're in stock currently. So let's get into it. This was a long intro, right? Stay tuned. So as usual, I tend to start with what I think is going to be the freshest. Sorry, the exposure and the lighting went low. A cloud decided to go over the sun, so I'm not going to adjust the lighting because as soon as that cloud moves, it's going to be bright as shit in here. So Profondo Eau de Toilette is undoubtedly going to be the freshest fragrance in this haul. So is this a completely unnecessary release? Probably so, but that doesn't change the fact that I wanted it. Because give me an even fresher version of this beautiful fragrance, and I'm happy. I'm sure it'll have the green elements. I believe it's got the mandarin. Does it have the mineral notes? I don't remember, but it don't have the magnetic cap, I'll tell you that much. See what we're working with here. My favorite of the bunch is the Parfum. The EDP, which was rebranded, is just a slightly fresher take on the original EDP. Profondo Lights, very green. That limited edition flanker was awesome. See what we're working with here. That is Profondo, and it is completely unnecessary and redundant if you have Profondo. But it is fresher. It is, I mean, as it should be. It's a lighter concentration. They are marketing it as a fresher take. It's got this this green musky element. It's a muskier fragrance than the other ones, but it's clearly Profondo. I mean, as it should be. It shouldn't smell like anything but Acqua di Gio Profondo. It does smell really good. It reminds me a lot of basically a more saltwater dominant original Acqua di Gio. Because the green elements, the musky elements, all of that from the original, the actual original fragrance is there, and it's just that saltwater marine accord is enhanced. That's basically what it smells like. Not so heavy on the green mandarin. It's definitely there. Nice hit of that citrus. A little orangey. It does smell really good. It's just so redundant. That's the downside. I'm not going to let the redundancy factor into its first impressions rating. I'm just going to judge because it smells incredible. It doesn't deserve to get knocked because it's redundant for how it smells, but it is noteworthy. Super redundant. Let's pull up the notes on Parfumo. Here we go, 2025, Profondo. Hey, people are digging it. 8.1 out of 10 on 47 ratings thus far. Citrus, fresh, aquatic, woody, spicy. Yeah, very green spiced. grapefruit, lemon, spices, cologne, that made so famous in the 90s, aroma molecule. Cypress, lavender, mineral notes have made their return, Guatemalan patchouli, and woody notes. So maybe it's the cologne and the mineral notes that are giving me that saltwater marine accord. I'm sure marine notes are still in there, you know? It smells like it. It does smell incredible. Just in time for summer. If you don't have one, and you live in a high humidity area, this is going to be the better buy, and it's really popping off the skin. What's the longevity? Who knows? What's your nose fatigue and my nose fatigue level? Again, who knows until you experience it. It's popping off the skin, though. Very volatile and bright. It's very volatile. You can tell it's a lighter concentration because it's really, really hopping off the skin here. I mean, I got to give it a pretty good rating here because it smells great. It smells fantastic. Honestly, smells better than the Eau de Parfum. It smells better than the original Profondo. I don't know if I'm not going to put it over the Parfum. That's an amber aquatic. It's beautiful. Magnifique. I don't think they'll top that one with Profondo flankers. Because maybe they'll stop flankering Profondo at some point and move on. Because we got the original. We then had Profondo Lights, a limited summer flanker. We then got Profondo Parfum and a rebottling of Profondo Eau de Parfum. Now we got Profondo Eau de Toilette. 5 Profondo flankers. Flankers to flankers. Profondo flanker became its own flanker line. So we didn't need this. For uniformity's sake, they did the rebottling. I understand they do that. They did that across the line. The Parfum, the Eau de Parfum, the Eau de Toilette. I understood. And I guess for the sake of having it, since they had a Parfum, they needed an Eau de Toilette. So again, I understand the logic, but it is a redundant release if you have the original. But if you have the Parfum, it's not too redundant to that one. I think if you want like a good split, get Profondo Parfum and Profondo EDT. Profondo Parfum for the not so crazy, soaking, wet, sweaty, super hot days. But the rest of the year, and you just love the DNA and the aquatic nature of the fragrance, yeah, go with the Parfum. For those super high heat days, here you go. This is going to be a high compliment factor fragrance, just like the original, just like all the other ones. I think it's an 8.25 out of 10. This is a great fragrance. It's just stone cold redundancy. So keep that in mind. There's not big enough differences from the Eau de Parfum other than it is fresher. It is a little greener and spicier. Not as green as Profondo Lights, but spicier overall. It has more of that 90s cologne feel. So there's a lot of that cologne in here. It's quite synthetic. But it smells great. Wildly redundant, but it smells really good. I just got to rate it well. 8.25 out of 10, Profondo EDT. Okay, I'm assuming this would be the next in the rankings on freshness. This is all about tea. A lot of tea notes in Bulgari Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. So I'm rather excited. Bulgari Pour Homme is like really, really good. Long-time viewer and subscriber was on me for years to try it. Finally got it. Ended up getting all 3 at the time. The Extreme, Soir, and then now I've been itching to get the Eau de Parfum. I'm expecting it to be fresh, a little citrusy, heavy, heavy green tea type of smell is my anticipation here. Give it a spritz. Ooh. With this like pale green top to the cap. Looks good. So yeah, nice and herbal. I smell it out in the air. Ooh, it's got a little smoky. Yeah, very herbal green, heavy tea bag type of smell, but a little smoky as well. But manages to still be, it's making my mouth water, a little watery fresh. But a heavy herbal green tea smell, and it's got this smoked nuance to it. This is absolutely amazing. If you like tea fragrances, this is fantastic. The tea is definitely the focal point here, because that was my understanding, was they really went in on the tea notes here versus the other ones, because tea notes are across the other 3 as well. Ooh, ooh. It's a little mossy even. Is there moss in here? But it's still fresh. This is a really good like spring, fall, daytime kind of scent. Fresh enough that I think you can wear it in the summer. Let's pull this up. This is damn good. This one's going to be rated even higher than that Profondo flanker. Let's see what we're working with here. Eau de parfum. 7.8 out of 10, 108 ratings. People are digging this one. Fresh, woody, citrus, spicy green. We got Darjeeling tea and ginger. Ceylon tea, Gaiac wood. That's why I have a smoky nuance. There we go. Makes all the sense. Ambret seed and musk. So a lot of ambery, musky nuance in the base. They list citrus as the third accord. I smell a citrusy nuance to it like a bergamot. They don't list it, but bergamot's in all the other ones, so I'm sure there's a little bit of bergamot oil in here. Yeah, nice and spicy, herbal green, no moss, but two different types of tea. Gaiac wood is where my smoky nuance is coming from. It's fresh, yet has very dark elements to it. It's very heavy on the herbal green, smoky side of things. Nice and spicy, but all the freshness still. All like fresh being the main accord. Totally agree. Because when you smell this, it's kind of a yin and yang kind of fragrance. Like it's over the top fresh, but all of the elements of the that make up the aromatic profile are, I guess, traditionally a little bit heavier because it's so green, woodsy, smoky, and spicy, but it's mega fresh. This is an 8.75 out of 10. This is bordering the outstanding. This is a really good fragrance. It was like 60 something. I think I paid for the tester. Tester comes with a cap, as you can see. I already knew that because my Extreme was a tester. So I'd already tried that out. Just give me the cap. Got to have the cap. I'm gonna not be happy if I get a tester without a cap. Tea fragrance lovers, you need this one. You need this one. Fans of any of the other versions and you like tea, you need this one. Honestly, this is Bulgari Extreme. Pour Homme Extreme. This should have been the Extreme flanker. They jumped the gun naming the second one Extreme. That should have been maybe Intense because it intensified the original smell, whereas this is the extreme side of things being it's like heavy on the herbal facets, like the heavier side of the profile is just intensified greatly. That's what I would have named this one the Extreme. That one could have been the Eau de Parfum or the Intense or something. I think they kind of just jumped the gun. I bet in hindsight they would name them differently. Yeah, this is fantastic. 8.75 out of 10 for Bulgari Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. Okay. Mont Blanc Explorer Extreme. I've heard Sauvage Elixir. I've heard Absolute Aventus. So, surprised? No, because Explorer is a twist on Aventus. I just went for the 60 ml. I don't need more than that. This is slick, though. This is the best looking Explorer bottle. Hands down. It's not even close. Holy shit, it's not even close. So I have all of them. I have Platinum. I have Ultra Blue. I have the original. Like, it's not even close. This is the best looking bottle of the bunch. It's not even it's no contest. Let's see what we're working with here. Do another little light spritz. I see where people are coming from with both of those, but out in the air, it's neither. It's a little bit of both, but it's also a little bit of neither. And that's good. That's good. Because Explorer is not Aventus. It's kind of, but it's not. Makes sense? And I think that's one of the reasons Explorer is so popular. It's kind of Aventus, but it's really not. Ooh, it's still fruity. It's kind of Sauvage Elixir, but it's not. It's kind of Aventus Absolute Aventus, gotta say it right, but it's not. Yeah, they got a hit. They got a hit. This is gonna be such a hit. Such a hit. It's just right. It's got those spicy, woody elements that smells like both of those, but it's so much more like fruity. And I don't even know what the notes are here. I just remember seeing, because I did look, I just don't remember them. And I do remember seeing the smells like section being Sauvage Elixir and Absolute Ventus being the top two on Trograntica and Parfumo. Because I looked not that long ago whenever I was going to buy it. And when it first got announced, I had looked at the notes. Man, this is good. A little too heavy for the heat, but spring, fall, winter. Yeah, business professionals, dinner dates, evenings out, I could see this working too. So it's got that darker, mysterious element to it. Let's pull these notes up. Explorer Extreme. 8.2 out of 10 with 20 ratings. Citrus, synthetic, spicy, woody, sweet. We got bergamot, patchouli, vetiver, amber, leather. That's it. Okay. That smells fruitier than just bergamot to me. It's intensified that. So leather, okay. That makes sense. Okay. It's very spicy though. I don't really see any. I mean, there must be spices that make up the leather accord. Maybe that's where the spices are hiding. And yeah, here, Sauvage Elixir, Explorer, and Absolute Ventus. So the first thing, Mr. Frag UK, shout out to you, sir, is the first review. Warmer, sweeter, and spicier than the original, but not bold enough. You expected bold from a mid-level Mont Blanc fragrance? Come on, man. Not bold enough. It's a mass appeal and designer brand. They're fragrances anyways. Luxury pins. Mont Blanc's luxury. But they're fragrances. They have a luxury line, but not here, man. You're looking for the wrong thing. I hope that it's not another amber glow crap. Nick 604, what the fuck do you mean when you say you hope it's not another amber glow crap? We have them in millions now. Remember how our tests used to get graded? Never mind. Anyway, it smells really good. I think it's rather nice. It is getting kind of a brown leather kind of thing going here, even though it's black bottle and all that. I'm getting kind of a brown leather accord really setting in. It's nice and spidey. I think it's fruitier than just having bergamot. I think it's great. Honestly, this one's an 8.75 out of 10 as well. This is a hell of a 1-2 combo right here. Honestly, all three of these are... I was itching to open these. I've been dying to do this video. I've had these for days and days, and I've just been willing to open them. This is a banger. They've got a hit right here. This is going to be a hit. This will be a hit. Maybe not for those two, or the one that hasn't smelled it and the one that say it's not bold enough for him. Yeah, it's a fair assessment. You know what I mean? It's a fair assessment. It's not bold enough for him. I just feel with Mont Blanc, don't be looking for bold. It's the wrong brand to look for bold. They're looking to sell a lot of bottles, not to raise the nose of an enthusiast. You know, they're looking to sell a shitload of bottles to the average person. That patchouli says it's a little earthy green setting in. This is developing. Yeah. I like it. Explorer Extreme from Mont Blanc, 8.75. Pulling out the big guns. The highest expectation out of all of these for me. Society Ombre. It's got to be a hit. Otherwise, I'm going to be disappointed. Because I really like Society. I was a big fan of the original. And then the Extreme, oh my. And this is a complex note breakdown. This got all the notes. You'd swear Raja Dove perfumed this the way it's got so many freaking notes. Has that light rose goldish hue on the Givenchy logo. Eau de Parfum Ombre. All right. Slide the G-Shock back down the wrist a little bit. Definitely not going to be a summer fragrance, I'll tell you that much. One spray should be plenty. Definitely not going to be a summer fragrance. It's going to be woods and resins and florals and sweet, and probably still has the coffee and spices and all the things. Creamy, a little cooling metallic, creamy, Okay, I have to say it. I have to say it while it's fresh. Pepto-Bismol. What the fuck? What? There's no two ways about it. I had to spit it out right away because I can't believe immediately I thought Pepto-Bismol when I smelled this. How many of you have tried this and got that? I would assume any of you that have laughed your ass off immediately. Like, holy shit, it's not just me. Or is it just me? I'm going to let it develop for a second, and we're going to marinate on what I just said. That it smelled like freaking Pepto-Bismol. What? That better change quick. Oh my, because that can't stay. That cannot stay. A little bit. And it's not charming. It's not bad, but it's like, it's Pepto-Bismol in my mind. Pepto-Bismol and powdery iris. So weird. So weird. No, I'm not happy. It doesn't smell terrible. It's just not what I was anticipating at all. Now I'm getting some of that creamy woody smell, that kind of resinous woods, like that base DNA is coming through. It is starting to change. Thank God. Because I don't want to smell like Pepto-Bismol. Any of you that have ever drank Pepto-Bismol, you know it's distinctive. Everyone has had Pepto-Bismol at some point in their life, even if it was as a child many years ago. Everybody has drank a cup of Pepto-Bismol. And if you haven't, where were your parents when you had an upset stomach? It's changing quite a bit. I'm being dramatic, but it smelled like Pepto-Bismol to me. That's weird as shit. That's so weird. What? What? No, it's not better than the Extreme in the original. No, the opening's not. It might develop into something special, but where I stand right now, it is number 3 of the 3 in the line. Damn it. I'm so disappointed. It's getting better by the moment, though. Thank God. Thank God. So disappointed. That Pepto smell is fading, thankfully. It's creamy. It's a very, very creamy, woody, powdery smell. I don't get all the spices and the coffee and everything of the previous version. Let's pull up these notes while it's developing. Pepto-Bismol. 7.8 out of 10, 133 ratings. Sweet, spicy, woody, resinous, powdery. Yeah, I get a lot of that. So here's the wild note breakdown. Clary sage, Indonesian nutmeg, Croatian juniper berry, French iris concrete, Australian sandalwood, French narcissus absolute, Haitian vetiver, Madagascan vetiver, Uruguayan vetiver, Bulgarian tobacco absolute, South African tobacco absolute, bourbon vanilla absolute, leather, and Peru balsam, which I do love that they keep from the original DNA. That's what adds that creamy, balmy nature to this fragrance. And it is getting so much better. I get the iris from the start. It is kind of this creamy, earthy tobacco leaf kind of smell starting to set in. So it's just the first couple of minutes, and maybe I'll never get it again. Maybe I'll smell Pepto-Bismol every time I spray it. I don't know. And that's going to be very upsetting for me and kind of a joke that I'm going to run with moving forward if every time I spray this I smell Pepto for the first 3 or 4 minutes. Because that's weird. That's weird. But it faded. Thank God. It's pretty much gone now. It's very creamy, balmy, woody, resinous, a little smoky, just a touch, but I'm getting kind of this leafy meets sweet, earthy tobacco smell. It's probably vanilla and this multitude of tobaccos here. Super woody. I mean, it's loaded with woods and vetivers. You got to expect that. The other two are super woody, dominant fragrances. Woody aromatics at their finest. It's getting smoky. There's a smoky nuance just really starting to lift up. So it's changing. It's going to develop. There's too many notes in here to not develop and have layers. Thank God we lost the Pepto smell. It's gone, pretty much completely gone. Oh, and what I'm smelling now is fantastic. Thank God. Thank you. I'm so disappointed. Where I'm standing right now, it's 8 out of 10, though. It's great. It's not better than the Extreme. Extreme. The Extreme's better, I think. I think the Extreme's better. The Extreme strikes me more. It's got warmer elements like the coffee. It's spicier while still having all this woody, creamy, resinous iris. All of that's still present in the Extreme. Tobacco's starting to become the star here, though. Leafy tobacco smell. Not too earthy. It's creamy sweet because of the woods and the vanilla and everything. A lot of sandalwood, Peru balsam. This is a very creamy fragrance. Yeah, I'm going to go with 8 out of 10 here. It is a great fragrance. That opening first 3 or 4 minutes, that was Pepto-Bismol, and I was like, oh, I'm about to have to shit on this fragrance. Not good. But I wanted to give it a moment. Let's have a joke. Let's have a laugh. Let's let it develop. And just in a few minutes, it has changed greatly. Greatly, thank God. So, Gentleman's Society Ombre, at least these early stages, I'm going with 8 out of 10. And last but not least, Julemad, Stairway to Heaven. I know this one can be a little bit polarizing from what I've seen, what I've gathered online. I know it's supposed to be a very powdery, I think floral type of fragrance, feminine side of things, but I don't know, the note breakdowns, I've looked at it several times over the years. It's always kind of struck me as I think I would like that. And the very first fragrance I wanted was Aqua Sextius from them. Obviously, that's a stud of a fig fragrance, but this was number 2. This is the one that's always captured my eye as my next purchase from them. And I love their bottles. I just love their bottles. Has kind of a lavenderish color juice. See that? Almost like Hawass. Purplish lavenderish color. And then you got the frosted backside. Julemad, underappreciated, underrated house. Get 2 spritz, a little spritz and a half technically. The bottom of the form. Whoa. This is the strongest fragrance of the bunch, and these are all pretty strong. But that one is like punch you in the nose. Woo, I can taste it. This shit is strong. Cocaine. Cocaine going on here, huh? You have a cocaine accord in here? Maybe. I don't know. Stairway to Heaven. Ding, 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 ding. I'm not going to do the guitar riffs. I can see why it's polarizing. Whoa! Take your breath away. This is a polarizing fragrance. This is not mass appealing at all. This is an enthusiast level. Some will like it. You have to acquire the taste for it, though. Makes Pepto-Bismol seem not so bad. Ooh, that's rough. That's like mothball-y. Might be shitting on this one. We'll give you a minute and we're going to pull these notes up. Because that is a lot. Stairway to Heaven. 7.2 out of 10, 63 ratings. Fresh, synthetic, powdery, floral, creamy. Aldehydes. Bergamot, orange, heliotrope, orris butter, Bulgarian rose, red berries, white musk, dynamone, some kind of molecule, ambroxan, cashmeran, patchouli, vanilla, frankincense. Okay, it's not mothballing anymore. This is like heavy molecule fragrance. It's smoky. Yeah, it's aldehydes, but it's like super potent. Tom Ford Metallique, no, that's more floral than this. And this is just the whole core of it's heliotrope, iris, rose. It's all florals except for the red berries in the heart. But this is like pungent aldehydes. Like it's overdosed aldehydes. And I like aldehydes, but this is like the way it's done. It's like oof, like sucks the oxygen out of you. That's a challenge. Just a little bit of a challenge. Shocking though. I mean, you read that note breakdown, and you're not going to think it's a challenge, but a little bit. A little bit toilet bowl cleaner meets mothballs, meets florals and aldehydes. You know, Not so much all that sweet. It's powdery. It's very synthetic and fresh. Yeah. It's getting better and better. Thank God. Citrus is starting to set in. This is definitely one that's going to need a minute to develop, but it's definitely a challenge. I'm going to go with a 7 out of 10 just for the artistry of it. Like I'm going to go very good because I'm intrigued by it. But it's not a mass appealing fragrance. It's not a safe blind buy. Nothing safe about this. Nothing safe about this blind buy, guys. This is a very polarizing fragrance. Yeah. The florals are taking head more, a little spicy. Let's get making it spicy. I don't see any spicy notes of any kind. But pungent aldehydes. Super aldehydic. Not a fizzy, bright, light, effervescent type of aldehydes. It's like with all these molecules and everything, it's like strong industrial cleaner kind of thing going at first. Hence the toilet bowl cleaner mothball thing I was talking about, like a combination of those two. Doesn't that sound terrible? Take your breath away. You know, it's getting powdery, it's getting floral, it's getting a little citric. It's getting much, much better. Much, much better. Even a little fruity, like probably that red berries accord setting in. There's a little hint of sweet coming in. It's kind of starting to balance out a little bit to where it's not so harsh. Because this is a very harsh opening. This is different. I dig shit like that. That's why I'm not upset that it's kind of a challenge here, and I want to get to know it. This one interests me and intrigues me. It's a challenge from the start. I want to get to know it more. Would you like to go on a second date? It said yes. So we'll do some further testing with this one before we do. I mean, we might just have to dive in head first, go balls deep, and just do some sprays and do a full wearing before doing any further testing. Let's just spray it on and go on with the day and see how it shakes out. Yeah, because it's getting better and better. The berries is really setting in. It's getting a bit more fruity. I'm going to go with 7 out of 10. To be determined further later on. Could go up, could go down, could stay the same, but I think that's a good range to stay in because I'm so intrigued by it and want to get to know it more. 7 out of 10. Well, super long video. 3 of the 5 were very impressive. Thank God the Pepto smell went away and this just continued to get better and better. And the Stairway to Heaven, what a challenge. Interesting haul, a lot of new stuff. So I'm super happy. Check out the Fragrance Buy sale down in the video description. Links for all these fragrances are down there as well. I'm about to do a little editing to get this video ready for when the sale goes live at 9 o'clock Central, but I'm going to do some shopping as well because there's some stuff I'm eyeing that I want as well. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. We'll see you on the next one.